7 o'clock. This is the August 26th Farmington Town Board meeting. First thing on the agenda, we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance. And Adrian, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
But we do have 4 public hearings. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I can read the first one.
Notice hereby given at the town board of the town of Farmington, New York, will conduct a public hearing on the 26th day of August 2025, commencing at 7 p.m. in the main meeting room of Farmington Town Hall, 1000 County Road 8, Farmington, New York, 14425, for the purpose of receiving testimony and considering the adoption of a local law number 6 of 2025, a local law amending chapter 159 of the town code of the town of Farmington, entitled Water Rules and Regulations. A copy of said draft local law is available for public review at the Farmington Town Clerk's Office, 1000 County Road 8, Farmington, New York, 14425, during normal business hours, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. or on the town's website. All parties in interest shall be given an opportunity to be heard in regard to such action. Persons may appear in person or by agent or via Zoom. This by resolution of the town board of the town of Farmington.
Thank you. Okay, so for local chapter 159, local law number 6, I will say that between the water and sewer staff and our engineers, we probably got 60, 70 hours into this change. Is there anybody at this time would like to speak for or against local law number 6, which is chapter 159 of the town code? Anybody online like to speak for or against local law number 6? Okay, hearing none, we'll go to the next public hearing. I close this one.
Please take notice that the public hearing will be held by the town board of the town of Farmington on the 26th day of August 2025 at 7:01 p.m. at Farmington Town Hall, 1000 County Road 8, Farmington, New York, 14425, regarding the adoption of a local law of the town of Farmington for the year 2025 entitled A Local Law for Text Amendments to Chapter 49 Animals, Article 11, Section 18, Penalties for Offenses. Any resident of the town of Farmington shall be entitled to be heard upon said proposed local law at such public hearing. Copies of said proposed local law are available for review at the town of Farmington Town Hall, 1000 County Road 8, Farmington, New York, 14425. This by resolution of the town board of the town of Farmington.
Thank you, Michelle. Can you kind of give an overview?
Yeah, there was some areas of this local law for the dog enforcement that needed to be corrected, that has been brought to our attention when we have tried some of these cases, and our lawyer has given us some recommendations of some verbiage in there so that the judge has authority to bring people to court if they do not show. So that's where this is stemming from.
Thank you. Anybody like to speak for or against local law number 7? Anybody on the line like to speak for or against local law number 7? Okay, close this public hearing and then we'll go to local law number 8.
Please take notice that a public hearing will be held by the town of Farmington on the 26th day of August 2025 at 7:02 p.m. at the Farmington Town Hall, 1000 County Road 8, Farmington, New York, regarding the adoption of a local law of the town of Farmington for the year 2025, entitled A Local Law Temporarily Limiting the Use of Certain Town of Farmington Roads by Vehicles in Excess of 10 tons total weight and requiring permits for overweight vehicles. This local law would temporarily prohibit vehicles having a total weight in excess of 10 tons from using both sides of the lanes as noted of the following town of Farmington roads: 1, Fox Road between County Road 28, also known as Alderman Road and Sheldon Road. 2, Rushmore Road between County Road 28, also known as Alderman Road and Sheldon Road. Wyborn Road between County Road 28, also known as Alderman Road and Sheldon Road. These prohibits should be applied to commercial vehicles making house deliveries to residents along said roads, school buses, vehicles by residents whose residences are located along such roads, or public utility vehicles. Any vehicle to which this prohibition would apply that is over 10 tons weight, total weight, wanting to use any of these town highways could apply to the town board for a permit to do so. Any person shall be entitled to be heard upon said proposed local law at such public hearing. Copies of said proposed local law are available for review at the town of Farmington Town Hall, 1000 County Road 8, Farmington, New York, 14425. This by resolution of town board of town of Farmington.
Thank you, Michelle. Well, I know the highway superintendent and myself have both noticed very heavy trucks on these roads. We had a couple residents also complain, brought it to our attention over the last few months, and that's the reason that we're introducing the local law here at number 8.
Ag machinery, is that from that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's just like
commercial
anything,
vehicles really, right?
Right.
Anything off the fields, yeah, they always want.
Yeah, or commercial vehicles. Yeah, so the ag tractors and their wagons, I mean, can still go that way. You know, it's meant more for these trucks hauling day after day, pounding up and down that road, and these roads just aren't made for it. They're not built to withstand that kind of abuse.
Yeah, we've witnessed triaxle and quad axle trailers full of crushed stone and
They're going to Northrop Concrete down there, whatever they're delivering down there. I'm not sure what it is, but they're very heavy vehicles and going down the hill, especially on Fox Road, you know, with their braking, they actually will shove that asphalt down there. It's what creates the bumps. You'll notice bumps at like intersections and stuff. And that's what it's from. You know, heavy vehicles stopping on there will actually move that pavement on top of the road.
But just the wear is 1,000 times from the car.
Yeah.
At least 1,000, something
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Mhm.
I'd like to speak for or against with the loan within. Anybody on the line like to speak for or against local law number 8? Okay, I'll close that public hearing. We'll go to local law number 9.
Please take notice that a public hearing will be held by the town of Farmington on the 26th day of August 2025 at 7:03 p.m. at the Farmington Town Hall, 1000 County Road 8, Farmington, New York, 14425, regarding the adoption of a local law of the town of Farmington for the year 2025 entitled a local law creating chapter 66 burials and burial grounds. Any resident of town of Farmington shall be entitled to be heard upon such proposed local law at such public hearing. Copies of said proposed local law are available for review at the town of Farmington Town Hall, 1000 County Road 8, Farmington, New York, 14425. This by resolution of town board of the town of Farmington.
Thank you. Anybody like to speak for or against this local law number 9, burials and burial grounds? Anybody on the line like to speak for or against local law number 9? Okay, we can close that public hearing also. Next thing on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from our August 12th meeting.
So move.
Second. Motion by Mike, second by Steve. Any corrections? Additions? All in favor? Aye. Privilege of the floor. We do have Chauncey Jeff Adams. Is he coming?
He's online,
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Good. Hey,
but I'm here too.
Chauncey, yeah, and then we have Jeff Cook here for Farmington Meadows and Center zoning application. And your email, Chauncey's email Friday was shared with the town board this morning.
Jeff, do you know if Chauncey wants to share his screen or do you want me
You have
to?
to bring the board in.
Well, I have
I
your,
know he's having some connectivity issues. He's only on his
We
phone.
can share here.
yeah, we got,
Okay,
we have it.
perfect.
I didn't know if you. There's your map.
Johnson, can you hear us? I don't know. All right, I'll just run with it. So I'm Jeff Cook. I'm the CEO of Cook Properties. This is our Farmington Meadows project. Mostly everyone here is familiar with this project. We did make a couple changes from the last time that you saw it. Any other changes were suggestions from the town board. And from the sorry guys, and from the planning board.
So we know we added a few more single family homes.
We did, yeah, so.
Reduce the storage.
We did, so yeah, so that was one of the things that, you know, we own other storage around the Rochester area and a metric that we use, and that's also used nationally is on average, what the storage industry says is that we all need about 7 square foot of storage. So very roughly, we probably won't have anywhere near 1,000 residents here, but I just used 1,000 residents, just for some very simple backup of napkin math. So you multiply that out, you're looking at about 7,000 square foot of storage. So we figured we would do about 10, which would give us, you know, more than enough. And I know one of the concerns of Ron and some other members of the board was, you know, where is everyone gonna store their stuff? So we feel that would be adequate to meet the needs of the new residents. Anything more than that, we just feel like would be overkill. We did do a saturation study for this general area, 1 mile, 3 mile, and we did find that the storage there was more than enough storage availability for the current number of residents in the 3 mile radius of our development. So again, we feel that, you know, 10,000 square feet is more than adequate. And in addition, it allowed us to get a few 4 more single family homes, which, as we know, we need more housing. The other thing that we also changed is the senior housing. So before we had 2 separate buildings, and it was suggested, why not have one building, and that way they're connected. The senior residents can easily go back and forth, including staff, without having to go into the elements. So we did that, we connected those, which makes for a more efficient building, makes it more economical to construct also. I think those were the major changes that we had since you guys had seen it last. I don't believe there's anything else.
Now the driveway's got the double.
Yes, correct, yeah, thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Yeah, the driveways, we expanded those to be double driveways, double car wide instead of just a single, which will help with parking. And thank you. We also removed, we had some dedicated parking for the residents that was off of the dedicated road, which us as the developer and the manager would have been responsible for maintenance and for snow removal. So we figured that, you know, by adding the additional space, and doubling the width of the driveway, we wouldn't need that, off-site parking off of the dedicated roads. In addition to the staff commenting and us agreeing that it would just cause could potentially cause more problems with snow removal, and the lights, during the winter time. This road right here, for the single family homes is all dedicated, and all the way around, it's also dedicated. The only part that would be private would be up to the storage unit, so we, Cook Properties would maintain and, service that road. I believe that those were the major changes, since you guys saw this last, if I could say so myself, planning board was very happy with our concept. And obviously they were happy because they sent it back to you guys to comment on.
Was there any comment on the senior citizen, is this adequate room for fire trucks or anything like that, especially behind where that is, that little area behind it?
Yep, so,
Did they speak to the fire department about any of that, to make sure it can go in and out of it easily?
yeah, not yet, but we did, I did talk to Chauncey about it, because that was something that we wanted to look at, and he had. He had mentioned so that we have, we have access back here, of course, with the concrete, all the way around. The one part that maybe it would be a concern to the fire department would be right in this area right here, which is all grass right now. Chauncey did believe that, per code, we would be okay, getting to access, from here. And I believe he said, and again, this is where the engineer would be helpful. If we have access, and probably, Dan, you might be able to correct me. If we have access to, I believe, 3 sides of the building, that's per code.
I would have to double check
Okay.
that, but I mean, again, that's something that we're gonna get.
Something
if
a detail we can,
yeah.
we'll take care of.
The board moves this ahead, the planning board will address that. I do already have this plan over to the fire department. They are under review of the plan, but they couldn't get comments back for tonight. But that's one of the things that they
That's
were
something
looking at.
that-
Correct.
Certainly one of the details that we'll get into as we move further along the process. But certainly a good, obviously, life safety is, paramount importance.
Um,
I think that's part of it.
okay. Onward, any other questions, comments?
And any other plans for the phasing of this at this point?
We really haven't discussed it yet, we, ideally, we would wanna do, a few apartment buildings, several, a bunch of the single family homes. And then some of the pad sites, ready, at least have the road ready to go, but specific. Plans or specific commitments, have not been made, yet, we certainly want to. A lot of developers wanna do the retail last, and that's not what I wanna do. We've actually already been talking to brokers and potential tenants, for the pad sites. I have someone who's actually very interested in the top part here, which would be an office building, who's very interested in the idea, so. I think again, once we get a little further along, we'll discuss the phasing.
Ron, anything? No. See, much better than once.
What, did the fire department give any comment as to when they might add the tenants back?
No, and I didn't give them a drop down date. I needed it back. They've been pretty busy with other things. We did have a quick conversation about the senior complex, and they were going to look at that. Our fire marshal also would like to see turning radiuses of that parking lot, but those are more of a planning phase. So that building, even if the fire department comes back and says that they don't like that, I'm sure, I don't want to speak for the applicant, but he's already changed it from 2 buildings back to 1. I'm sure that we could adjust the layout if we needed to make it more accountable for the little ladder truck.
Yeah, I think the concern for the fire department would be 3 stories versus 4, how close can they get with their fire equipment to to reach that fourth story. And you can hear back from, at least make sure they cover that.
Yep.
Sure.
You reached out to RGA and all about this project, huh?
We, very preliminary, yeah, so we, as I may have mentioned last time, we're doing the, uptown landing development in Canada.
Yeah.
We're on stop right now because we don't have power. So again, once we get, concept map approval and we start getting into the details more, I'll make an official, request to start our load sheet.
So they won't really give you the numbers until you have something more official,
I mean, we,
kind of an estimate?
we pretty much know we're gonna have an issue, but I'm also hoping that, planning that the solution that we're working towards for Canada also covers this project. So we're on it every day. We're talking to the governor, we're trying to work with Senator Helming, working with the,
Well, they told us to build housing, and then RGA said, can't build housing.
I know.
So
I hear your frustration, I share your frustration.
I didn't know if you, I figured you were, had some sort of conversation on that.
It's kind of one of those things, with our genie is like, well, let us know what's coming, but let us know when it's really coming, then we'll do something,
Right.
so.
I mean, me personally, I just got the email this morning at 9 o'clock, so I haven't had time today to compare this exactly to the last rendition we saw, so. I mean, I guess my preference would be to discuss this in 2 weeks when we have a chance to actually spend some time and compare it to plans and get extra comments.
Yeah, I could definitely make sure the fire department comments are back by then for you guys, to review. Is there anything else you want any of the boards to look at?
Well, maybe talk to someone, the basin of the, right.
So maybe the applicant can come back and tell us a little bit more about phasing at your next meeting.
Yeah.
And maybe
I think
go,
the phasing portion is, you are you coming out with 332 and 41, or, what's the general idea of how you want to attack the project?
Sure, okay. Do that.
I'm definitely encouraged to hear that you're not gonna put off the commercial side. So it seems like that always gets pushed off towards, or they try to push it off towards the end.
No, we want a vibrant, exciting, community and I feel strongly that having some of that retail component in addition to the office is, that provides, some excitement. Shows, being back here, obviously, the traffic will see something going on back here. But seeing something happen up here is gonna, generate a little bit more buzz and interest in what we're doing.
Any questions from the public? Anybody online with any questions? All right, thank you, Jeff.
All right, thank you. So throw it on the agenda for next week. We'll get you, 2 weeks, we'll get you a phasing plan. And hopefully we'll have some comments back from the fire department.
Yeah, our next meeting is September 9th.
Okay, great.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Supervisor.
Yes, Ron,
Yeah, Jeff, if you could get us a copy of that revised plan to put in the foyer, colored rendition to replace the one that's out there,
Okay, sure.
that would be great.
No problem at all.
and
And then the other thing that we talked quickly about this morning was the incentives at town ops. If you could give us a updated list of the amenities. Yes, thank you. Because this is an incentive zoning project, we just want to confirm that those are still the same, or if there's any changes from last time.
Just remind everyone.
Yep.
All right, very good. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm gonna take a couple also.
At this time, we also have on the agenda any public concerns. Mr. DeSanto, you wanted to talk to the board?
Yeah.
This would be a good time to do it.
Yeah, okay, do I just stand here, I go up there?
Well, better there because of
Yeah.
the secret system. Thank you. And then just state your name and address.
Steve DeSanto, Clyde, New York. Thank you for listening to me and hearing me. This is very difficult. I've never done anything like this. This is new for me. It's kind of emotional. I want to talk about 332 and 96, the intersection. I don't know if you're aware, but July 25th, Corey DeSanto struck and killed at this intersection while on the crosswalk. Brought a picture to my boy. But very emotional. I'm just went to all yous to see, can you help? Do something about this intersection. Make a change. Anything. Something so no tragedy like this, so no parents have to go through this. Doing a little bit of research, seeing there's been many deaths at this intersection. I know it's a difficult area. Been very, very fast moving, very quick, big volume. So I'm just asking anybody if you have any help, anything you can do to change something.
Sure. So we've had other inquiries, and unfortunately, we don't have any control of the intersection because it's New York State DOT.
Okay.
We have had conversations with the regional office, the DOT, and they actually, New York State Police actually put an enforcement out at that intersection and wrote a lot of tickets, and in one day, unfortunately, they don't have the funds to be sitting at any of the intersections, whether it's Collect Road, 96 or Town Line Road. But I did have to notice the unmarked sheriff car sitting at Collect Road today, waiting for people to run the red lights there.
Yeah.
You know, we're very, very sorry, obviously, for the loss of your
I
son.
appreciate that. Just appreciate you listening and
Yep,
trying to get some input, and
sure.
I figured it would be the state DOT, but I figured this would be a good starting point. 'Cause
We've had a couple of times throughout the years, we've had business owners, the people that live in the area. Several times we've had people request that the speed limit be lowered under 332. Town board has supported the request to have the state DOT look at it, and every single time the state says no, because they want the traffic to be able to move south as fast as they can.
And I hope that whole area was designed to send traffic south of the way from the harbor. And that's the way, like 30 years ago, that was in their mindset. That's why you have the meridian. Can't go from one side to the other easily.
Yeah, he was in the crosswalk when he was struck.
And they work with numbers too.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, your number's horrible.
Yeah.
They work with that, they wanna see more of that, and maybe they'll think. That's the way it works, unfortunately.
But I'm hoping.
Yeah,
We can get
some
some.
off power, we would have done something a few years back.
Yeah, so we did a little research and noticed that they did a survey and came up, GTC, and they came up with, different options, I guess. 3 different options they were saying, and they said nothing was moved on, so. So basically it's a state, correct?
Correct.
Is there any way you have any type of numbers that are card that I can call or anything, or?
Yeah, I can, trying to think of there's a couple people we work with all the time on 332-96. If you leave your, a good phone number or email with the town clerk,
Okay.
then we can get you that information.
I just wanted to, I know you probably all know, he was a person, I wanted to put a face with a name. And he was a father, he was a son, a grandson, so. It was a tragic loss, so.
Yep.
But I do appreciate all the listening, I've never done this.
No, you're doing well. Thanks for coming in from Clyde, New York.
Yeah, it was a ride, but we did. Thank you. So you want me to leave my number to call?
Great.
Or you can do the sign-in
It's
sheet.
sign sheet right there
Okay.
behind you. Yeah, go ahead and put the information there.
All right, thank you all very much, I appreciate the time.
You're welcome.
Appreciate them. Okay. My boy.
Anybody else for purpose of the floor or public concerns?
Appreciate it.
Anybody online for Brings up the floor and public concerns. Okay, reports of standing committees, public works.
Yeah. Public Works met this morning down, we actually met at the wastewater treatment plant, down on McMahon Road. Down at the plant itself, talked about obviously the continuing general building maintenance, they've been doing some cleanup around the grounds, we're there today, they were cleaning up around some fence lines and putting some millings down to help with weed growth and things like that. They've been keeping up on sludge hauling, they've actually been hauling an extra day this week just to keep our stockpile of sludge down at the plant. Been dealing with the wildlife consultant to remove some road issues at some buildings there. Pump station routine maintenance, we've been reporting on this for obviously every meeting, ongoing lawn trimming, mowing, weed control. Oil changes, things like that on the pumps. Still waiting on the seal company to form the sealing of all the pump station driveways that's been approved already. They did have cleaned some wet wells, PS4, also 33, and did some force main flushing on that. And it did have a storm lateral that you repaired. Waiting on a company to, we got a proposal, just waiting on to go through that process to get the heat exchanger for the last digester that's offline working again. And also had a power outage on Gillis Road that affected multiple lift stations on the 23rd. They're still out cleaning fire hydrants and getting ready to prime and paint as time permits. Did have one water main leak that they had repaired that was actually part of a hydrant. Been doing utility markouts for the North Road as well as work we have going on starting very soon on Cranberry Drive. Did have some low water pressure complaints over at Auburn Meadows. They found a failure in a pressure regulator. Got that taken care of. Did some cammering on some sewer lines over on Collette Road 332. And also up on County Road 9, just checking for obstructions, issues with the pipe. Utility markouts, they've been seeming like they're on overtime recently. We did have an employee out, so everybody's been pitching in to help get utility markouts done. And they've also been working with Town of Canandaigua to get the repaving of the County Road 8 town line done. Looking at next week for that. Do have a couple resolutions on the agenda. We can discuss those when they come up. Highway and parks, equipment maintenance all the time. Did have a transmission issue on one of the mowers. Fortunately, it snuck in a week before the warranty expired on that, so nice to have some good luck every now and then. Roadside mowing still going on. They've been down on 332 this week. Also mowed around the landfill. With the dry weather, they were working on some ditches and swales in the Farmbrook area. Met with the park inspector down at Pumpkin Hook Park just to check everything out. Working on trimming trees and bushes just for sight distance around intersection. And had some trucks helping Town of Phelps pave. I think he said testing tomorrow. Again, that's kind of an all summer type thing. They did do a concrete pour on some sidewalks over at Potentia, Marion, and also Onyx Drive. The park side of things, obviously mowing, still going on, parks and trails, still getting ball fields striped, grooming ball fields. They pulled the mulch from the swing set in Retention Park and put rubber mulch into that area. Had to fix some damage over at Farmbrook Park bathroom. And gonna be working on tearing the playground down at Farmington Grove in prep for installation of a new playground there. We discussed one overhead door in the park shop that needs some work. And also talk about some additional cameras at Farmbrook Park. He just has one resolution on the agenda for a budget amendment tonight. That's all I got.
Thanks, Steve. Town operations?
Town operations met this morning. We have 4 resolutions we'll talk about later. We just went over the Cook Properties and sent the zoning project and hope to look at that and move forward. On August 6th, the planning board determined that the application material for the solar farm up on the Fish property was not complete. And they were informed about that, and at this point, the town has not received any additional information to push that along. In the meantime, though, some neighbors have called over to the town and they are kind of concerned about what's going on and they are submitting FOIL requests. There's nothing new on the Farmington Market Center. The formal base plaza, that's pretty much in limbo, which it probably will be for a while. The comprehensive plan maintenance report, the town operations committee is continuing to work with the director of planning and development on the 2023-2024 maintenance report. And that should be submitted to the town board later on this year for consideration. As far as, again, give us the report on the, if you can, on the EV charge, so let me stand for that. Everything else is on file and, getting reports review and plan. Yes, that's about it.
All right, thanks, Mike. Reports of town officials, supervisors, bear with me, a lot of stuff going on. Pro housing certification, we did receive questions yesterday around 1 o'clock in the afternoon with a deadline of noon today. Did through our grant writer send in a response to those questions, and we await any further questions or an award notice for our pro housing application. Farmington Fire Department, we got here early enough tonight. We saw Chief Walton displayed some of the newest pumpers / ladder truck 882. And that is stationed at Station 1 in Pumpkin Hook. $1.2 million, he told me for that.
Short change.
Yeah, chump change, right? Farmington Volunteer Fire Department Station 2. Our staff met last Friday with the engineers and the fire department to discuss the design progress for a new station. The fire department has decided to progress the design to final design. It'll be something we'll learn about late this fall or early winter. Town 2026 budget. Janine's my accountant. She's prepared the 2026 budget using our department estimates. I've reviewed a majority of the budget to date. I will have a tentative budget to the town clerk on Friday, September 5th, in time for our Tuesday, September 9th town board meeting. Victor Little League, this just happened today. We received information from Victor Little League. They're willing to upgrade one of our baseball fields at the Grove Park. I know we've talked about that in the past. It will be a donation to the town of Farmington. I've already reviewed that with our town attorney, and we expect a formal approval at our September 9th meeting. Just waiting on information that we've asked Victor Little League to provide us. The assessor sent information today also for June and July sales. It shows that sellers are still paying over the 2025 assessment, obviously indicating a need for more housing. I just picked 3 of the locations. Farmbrook, 16 of 19 sold over the 2025 assessment. North Farmington, 2 of 14 were actually less than the assessment. So 12 were over the assessment. In the Grove subdivision, all 6 of the sales were higher than the 2025 assessment. Well, it's taken a little longer to sell a house, but they're still going for higher prices. Ontario County Board of Supervisors met last Thursday. We're at FLCC. Board of Supervisors learned about a whole bunch of new programs the college is offering students. Very interesting. A lot of high-tech and AI stuff. My committees, government operations and insurance, ways and means, meet next week at the Ontario County on Wednesday afternoon. There's a hazardous household event Registration opened up yesterday by Ontario County, is supporting that. We're hosting it at our highway department here in Farmington. And the date of that is September 20th, but you have to register ahead of time. Genesee Transportation Council, that meets this Thursday at the city of Rochester. I chair that committee. And that's where we provide federal and New York state funds for road and bridge projects in the 9-county area. And that's all I have, highway and parks.
I really don't have a lot to add. I did receive a text from the International Truck Salesman today. Just giving me an update on our truck orders. The one truck that was for 2023, that one was delivered in May. The HX 620, which was a 10-wheeler that we ordered for this year, that has been built. It is in transit. Hopefully don't crash this one. It may be there. I tried to check with the body company, but I didn't receive anything back from him. The other HV 6-wheeler that we ordered this year, that is being built this month. And then the other truck that was totaled when they delivered it, that is scheduled to be built in November. So we should be getting all the trucks by the end of the year, but bodies are still way out. Hopefully we'll get some next year. They'll be built. So with that, because of the bodies being out, they are asking us to pay for the chassis ahead of time. The new ones, when you order new trucks now, they add an extra $10,000 if you don't want to do that for their floor plan. I believe, I'm not sure if the 2025 said that on there or not. I can't remember them saying that, but
I don't remember either.
I don't think it did, but they are asking us to pay up front. The warranty on the truck would not start until it was completely built. We wouldn't be losing warranty time on them.
Yeah. Yeah, so are there any residents, on tonight or here in the room, or when they listen to this in the future, that we ordered 2 10-wheelers in 2023, one made it to the body and power equipment dealer, and the other one was totaled, so I'm waiting, so now it won't even be in the production line till November.
That one scheduled to be built in November.
Yes.
So the good things is you can get trucks now. Trucks aren't a problem to get. It's the body companies having a hard time catching up.
We hire more people.
Apparently that seems to be the problem. Lack of people. It really hasn't recovered from COVID. They get people in there and I guess they decide that that's not what they want to do, and it's been quite the turnover with them.
This is just a good thing, if we have the fleet up to date, so we can handle these delays without having equipment.
Right,
falling.
right. Some of our trucks, especially the older internationals with the Max Force engines, knock on wood, they've been pretty good lately. Regional International has said to us that, they will give us bigger discounts on these trucks for the parts because they know that we have to wait for them for so long. So they've been trying to help out. It's hard to compare prices, international prices to Kenworth prices, but usually if there's a big ticket item on the trucks, I can call up there and they'll give us a bigger discount on them.
Okay.
They have in the past. So they've been working with us.
Nice to see a couple new trucks before snow season.
Well, maybe next snow season. It won't be this snow season. Yeah, I mean, you can go look at the trucks. They're really up in Harrisville.
Yeah.
One of them's there. But
Crazy.
I guess Yeah, anywhere, any body company you go to, I guess there's just trucks lined up everywhere. They mark trucks and you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
More than they can handle at this time.
All right, thanks for the update. Clerk?
Yeah, Sarah and I, did a webinar today, which was basically on a tax collection refresher kind of stuff. And then also I'd like the board to know that Sarah will be attending and taking minutes for the next 2 meetings in September. I will be at fire police training. That's it for now.
All right. Aaron, water and sewer.
Yeah, as Steve mentioned, we're waiting on Town of Canandaigua for an exact date on doing County Road 8, Town Line Road. It's supposed to happen next week, so we got Jim to get back to us and let us know when that's gonna happen. Meter replacements are ongoing. I know I've said this before in this meeting, please, residents, if you receive a door knocker, respond to them. Non-responses will be met with another door knocker and finally will be shut off with water. We need to replace the meters that are in the houses now. We have equipment that's reached its age and is failing, so this is important to us, important to maintaining our water system. Cranberry Drive construction began today. We will be back there in the morning. We have a location issue with the water main on Cranberry and Meadowbrook. As-built drawings are not correct. So we're gonna go there and meet the guys in the morning with the vac truck and do some potholing and find it for them. They spent most of the day digging today. They ended up pulling a gas service off while they were doing the dig. It got shut down for a few hours for the gas to be repaired. So we'll be back over there tomorrow to give them a hand and see if we can get things moving. They are starting with the water main, and first thing is to get tapped in to the existing water main and start running new water main up the road. I wanted to take a moment to publicly recognize one of my staff. In the 6 months I've been here, I've gotten 4 phone calls from residents. We don't often get calls from residents thanking us or giving us a great review. Chris Van Orden, all 4 times has gotten these phone calls. Chris does all of our meter changes. He takes a lot of time with the residents. He cares, and it's reflected in the good calls that we get back. So I've talked to Chris personally about this, but I want to give him a little bit of public recognition because he's earned it and he deserves it. So I thank Chris and thank him for his efforts out there and being a good steward and a good staff member. So very happy. We've also been conducting some grease trap inspections in the Town of Victor system with some assistance from Town of Victor Code Enforcement. This is something we'll probably start doing here in the Farmington system as well. There is a grease trap code. Anyone that's got a grease trap is required to maintain it, and we're simply going to be going in and starting to make certain that these items are being maintained. Did have a major grease blockage on Collette Road a few weeks back that caused a sewer overflow, and it's kind of brought this to forefront for us. Something to pay attention to. That's it.
Thank you. And building and zoning.
Yeah, we continue to be busy with permits and helping other departments. We are going to pair up with water and sewer and attack that grease issue. So that will be taken care of. But the big thing I want to talk about tonight is the EV charging. We continue to see awards given to the town of Farmington for putting in charging stations. So the earliest or the newest one is the DEC Zen program or the Park and Ride. This will be a level 3 charger with a couple level 2s there that the town has been awarded. That will cover 90% of the install costs. So that will only leave 10% remaining for the town to cover with any hopes that will be installed before the end of the year.
Very good. I know the town board's been, very aggressive in that and supportive of getting the charges in all our parks and now at the Park and Ride.
Yes, at the beginning of this year, you guys issued a couple resolutions to allow me to move forward going after these grants. And so far, we've done very well. And the goal is to have them in all of our parks as well. Those would only be level 2s. But like I said, the park and ride would have a level 3.
You understand?
Nope, that's it.
Planning board.
Sure, next planning board, we have 2 continued public hearings, one's for Crosper Enterprises on Route 96. The preliminary site plan for building a new building and changing the site around. I think it's gonna be a real positive move forward over there. And then we also have the preliminary site plan for Bridges for Brain Injury. That's going to be, in my opinion, a really positive thing going forward. We get that in, that's gonna be another jewel in our crown here in the town. I think it's gonna be great. It's a great team of people there, it looks like, and I think what they're doing there is a really, really positive move forward. So we're looking to get through that, get through the preliminary site plan and move forward with that. They've been in the town over behind auto outlets, but I don't think anybody knew about them. I certainly didn't. Now they're coming over here to an old farm, so I think it's gonna work out great.
It's more visible.
Hmm?
It's good that they're more visible.
Oh, it'll be much more visible, much more,
Yeah, 'cause if
much
they're
more,
around, nobody-
yep. That's what's going on.
All right, that sounds good, thank you.
Mhm.
Director of Planning and Development, Ron.
Yeah, just quickly, the 10-page report was posted today on the website. We continue to work with code amendments. You'll get next month the code amendments for subdivision chapter 144. The planning board has reviewed it, and the conservation board is finishing their report. They met last night. And we will be looking forward to moving forward with the Farmington Meadows project, as well as the Farmington Market Center. Hopefully, we'll hear from them next month. That's it.
Thanks, Ron. Town engineers, Bill.
No updates really. We just have the 3 projects in construction, Brickyard Road Tank and Cranberry Drive and Route 332 water, so. Nothing major to report there that already hasn't been reported, so.
Great, thanks, Bill. The assessor, I reported earlier tonight on sales for June and July, and is still very active in the town. Nothing tonight from the historian, however, I will say, when we met with Halfway's Corners yesterday, or no, today, yesterday. We do have a spot located for one of the historical signs in front of the cemetery over there at Halfway's Corners, and they were, and that was one of the things the historian asked me to check into, so we're good to go there. Recreation, Mark.
Just finishing up our end of the year, our final report that I'll get to you probably in the next week or 2. We're moving on to fall field use. Victor Soccer and a travel team will be using it. Victor Little League will not be using our fields this fall, but we're thankful for their donation for Farm Grove, which is a great opportunity. There's always a need for more fields. Couple announcements. You probably had it before November 25th, 12 to 2. Excuse me, October 25th. I did it last time. October 25th will be Trunk and Treat. 12 to 2 here at the town park parking lot. If you would like to get involved, please reach out to the recreation and even to the town clerk's office if you're interested in participating in it. It's always been a great event for us. December 5th will be our Christmas party from 6 to 7:30 at the lodge. And we're continuing on with senior trips. They're working through the senior citizens committee. And the one last thing I want to give a shout out to Jeff Ransco and his group. What a great job they do. every year, anything. They're willing, they're just a great group of guys that really help solve problems and we get through. So I'd like to shout out to Jeff and his group.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Thanks. Agriculture Advisory Committee, Hal's not here tonight. And Finance, I already mentioned about the 2026 budget, so no more to say about that. Communications are on file, reports and minutes are on file. Thanks, Mark. Resolution, first resolution is for simply for the Sadler family. You're like to read this. As the town board was deeply saddened to learn the untimely passing of Harry Tom Sadler on August 9th. And whereas Harry was the husband of Eldon Sadler, who served as the deputy town clerk for the town of Farmington for 17 years, as well as the tax collector for over 10 years. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board adopts this resolution extending sincere sympathy to the Sadler family and spreading his memory upon the minutes of this board meeting. And you further resolve the town clerk forwards a copy of this resolution to Harry's wife Emily and their family in Fox Road in Farmington. All in favor?
Aye.
No, we don't. I think we vote.
Oh, I know, it's,
Not for that one.
We're on number one.
oh, so, go. For the next one.
Number two, resolution authorizing the adoption of the town board of the local law number 6, which we have public hearing tonight. As adopted in the new chapter 159 of the code of town of Farmington, dealing with the law rules and regulations. So,
Second.
which my name, second my wife. Roll call vote, please.
Supervisor Engelstine,
Aye.
Councilman Bowerman.
Aye.
Councilman Herendeen.
Aye.
Councilman Casale.
Aye.
Councilman Holtz.
Aye.
Thank you, the motion passed. Number 3 is a resolution authorizing adoption of the town board of town of Farmington, local law number 7, entitled local law amending the benefit provisions, chapter 49, animals of the code of town of Farmington. So,
Second.
motion by Steve, second by Ron. Roll call vote, please.
Supervisor Engelstine,
Aye.
Councilman Bowerman.
Aye.
Councilman Herendeen.
Aye.
Councilman Casale.
Aye.
Councilman Holtz.
Thank you. Number 4, resolution authorizing adoption of the town board, town of Farmington, local law number 8, entitled local law temporarily limiting the use of certain town of Farmington roads by vehicles in excess of 10 tons total weight, requiring permits for overweight vehicles.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mike, second by Nate. Roll call vote, please.
Supervisor Engelstine,
Aye.
Councilman Bowerman.
Aye.
Councilman Herendeen.
Aye.
Councilman Casale.
Aye.
Councilman Holtz.
Aye.
Number 5, resolution authorizing adoption of the town board, town of Farmington, local law number 9, of 2025, creating chapter 66 of the code of town of Farmington entitled burials and burial grounds. So moved.
Second.
Motion by Ron, second by Nate. Any comments or questions there? The new chapter? Roll call, please.
Supervisor Engelstine,
Aye.
Councilman Bowerman.
Aye.
Councilman Herendeen.
Aye.
Councilman Casale.
Aye.
Councilman Holtz.
Number 6 is a resolution acknowledging the addition of new members to the Farmington Fire Department. Motion by Steve, second by Mike. That one was great to have new members for the fire department, Joshua Arfie, Cynthia Bryant, and Adam Ron. And the nice thing is that they're in different parts of the town too. All in favor? Aye. Resolution to recall and amend resolution number 271, 2025, authorizing the town supervisor to sign an intermunicipal cooperation agreement between the County of Ontario and the Victor Sumter School District and the town of Farmington.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Nate, second by Mike. Any questions on that? The resolution they left off one of the addresses for the assessment challenge. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Eight's resolution accepting the recommendation of the town planning board establishing a letter of credit for overall site improvements upon the Loomis Road Park subdivision tract located along the north side of Loomis Road, east side of the intersection with Placerville Road and south of the intersection I-90 New York State Thruway from village construction and total amount of $778,843.24.
So move.
Motion by Mike, second by Steve. Any questions for this new project? All in favor? Aye. Nine's resolution authorizing the water and sewer superintendent to hire Ross Valve to rebuild provide parts for service of all the PRV valves, cost not to exceed $19,508. So.
Second.
Motion by Ron, second by Nate. Any questions there? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And a resolution for the water, authorizing the water and sewer superintendent to purchase a hydraulic lift cylinder with the alter construction at a cost not to exceed $3,696.64.
Second.
Motion by Nate, second by Mike. And that's really good. Oh, boy, right?
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Block the next thing.
Any objections to
11,
12, and
13.
Second.
Everybody Nate, second by Steve. So these are operating permit renewals for Farmington Manufactured Home and the Lawn Court and Hunts Manufactured Home Community. Any questions, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Great, thank you. 14 is a resolution authorizing the general obligation for sewer bonds to finance the sewer system capital improvements within the town, authorizing issuance of bond anticipation notes in contemplation of thereof, the expenditure of sums of such purpose and determining other matters in connection thereof.
So move. Second.
Motion by Nate, second by Mike. Again, this is financing to fix things at the wastewater treatment plant in the total amount of maximum amount of $6,100,000. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 15 is a resolution authorizing a budget amendment for the highway department transferring money from the appropriate fund balance to general repair contractual in the total amount of $50,000.
So move.
Second.
Motion by Mike, second by Brian. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
This one is a resolution authorizing the budget amendment to the sewer fund transferring money from asphalt fading to border control in Victor for the total amount of $25,000.
Second.
Nate, second by Steve. Any questions there? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 17 is a resolution authorizing the Anvil Quarry of Florida, Paula Rufin to attend the 8th Secretarial Building Officer known as Global 2025 Education Conference at the Anvil Fire Department on October 28th and 29th. Cost not to exceed $110 per person.
So move.
Second.
Motion by Stevens, yeah, motion by Mike. Any questions there? In favor?
Aye.
Aye. 18 is abstract number 16 to pay the bills. General fund, $269,372.20. Highway fund, $359,274.28. Cranberry water line, $1,881.25. Cranberry Road project, $1,881.25. Route 332-96 water line, $1,950. Water tank repair, $228,543. Storm drainage, $8,809.22. Fire protection district, $263,710.34. Lighting district, $1,579.62. Sidewalks, $69.60. Sewer district, $141,992.42. Water district, $79,725.92. Payroll deductions, $8,941.41. And the total abstract of paid bills, $1,367,730.51. So.
Second.
Motion by Steve, second by Mike. Any abstentions, corrections? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. No training under 100. Any objections to waiver the rule for 1 month solution? Hearing none, we have a resolution waiving the resident fee for Beaver Creek Park for the Victor Clubs of Scout Pack 67 on September 20th for their annual family picnic and kickoff for the scouting day. So.
Second.
Mike, second by Steve. Touching the letter. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. We do have an executive session tonight. Is there any questions or concerns? Before we go into executive session, anybody on board? Questions or concerns? Okay. Take a motion to go into executive session for 105(1)(f) to discuss the medical, financial credit, or employment history of a particular person or corporation or matters leading to the appointment, employment, promotion, demotion, discipline, suspension, dismissal, or removal of a particular person or corporation.
Second.
Motion by Nate, second by Mike, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And we do think this will probably go 30 to 40 minutes, and we'll come out of that and adjourn the meeting. So thank you, everybody, for attending tonight.
Thank you, sir.